Book Club Schmook Club is brought to you by Talk Bomb. It's a book review show where I, Kristen Rogers Anderson, and my brother, Will Rogers, talk about a different book every other week. For more information, like our full archive of shows and our calendar of upcoming books, go to talkbomb.com/schmook. SHMOOK. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram under the usernames @ChillinKristen and @HauntedSponge. Book Club Schmook Club is available on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. Welcome to Book Club Schmook Club. I'm Kristen.
I'm William.
And we are back here in your sweet, tiny ears to talk about Afterlife with Archie.
Your ears are so sweet and tiny, everybody.
And Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
That's
They're
right.
both from the Archie Comics universe.
From the Archie horror label, which is a brand new thing as of, 4 years ago, something like that. They wanted to experiment, because Archie books have existed since the 40s.
Yeah.
They wanted to experiment with doing some sort of a horror story with Archie. And then it took off like gangbusters.
Yeah,
People
totally.
really loved Afterlife with Archie.
Yeah.
Which is what then spawned Chilling Adventures with Sabrina. Or what,
Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
And then they just went ahead and said, like, all right, well, why don't we just make it its own standalone thing?
Yeah, which
so
I'm
now
stoked about.
It's literally its own horror comics label.
Yeah.
Archie horror.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But before we get to the books, I want to make sure that we enter a couple of
God.
recent podcast reviews
Yep.
into the
Book Club Schmook Club Hall of Fame.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Where all of our reviews live forever.
Yes.
In infamy.
Yes.
You want to
One
start
in
with the
particular.
You want to start with the bad, or you want to start with the good?
Start with the good because the bad is funny.
Okay.
We'll end with that.
All right. So here's a good review. We got a 5-star review. We got from Per Caber.
Yep.
This review is on the Apple iTunes app. I've seriously become addicted to this podcast. They pick a great variety of books to read, and their discussion is always hilarious and insightful. I find myself constantly refreshing my podcast feed to see if the next episode is out. It's that good. If you want to expand your literary horizons and occasionally laugh so hard you can't breathe, definitely give Book Club Schmook Club a listen.
Thank you so much to whoever left us that review.
Really appreciate it.
I really appreciate it. And it came at a good time to even out the other review.
Yeah. So
although I kind of love the other review too.
we got this review within the past week. The title of the review is by Andrew B138. I gotta clear my throat.
Yeah.
These two are pretty unlikable.
That's the whole review.
That's the end. 2-star review. That was by Andrew B138. Thanks, Andrew.
Andrew B, thank you for your honesty.
These two are pretty unlikable. Well, I've got great news for Andrew.
Yeah.
We're ending the show.
Yeah, but bad news. We have a new show. So.
Yeah, true. I guess that's true.
Andrew's screwed.
Yeah, so I'll have to give us a new bad review.
Yeah, exactly.
On the Guide to the Unknown when it releases.
But just like a bad to lukewarm review. It's not even 1 star.
Still 2 stars, yeah.
Pretty unlikable. Not very or totally.
Yeah.
So maybe we can earn those stars from Andrew. Or maybe I don't give a crap.
Yeah, sit and spin. I'm
Yeah.
not going to do the lewd gesture, though.
Sit on it, Andrew. I am.
I refuse to do it.
Sorry, Mom.
Myself.
Mom said eat feet.
Eat feet, Andrew.
All right, sorry. I'm not going to reference the Facebook chat anymore because this is just supposed to be our podcast that people will listen to in the audio sense, and I don't want it to be annoying for them. This
But
is
it
just
is
kind of
important
like,
to say that Andrew can eat feet.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom.
Mom, that's awesome.
But yeah, if you guys are interested, especially as we wind down Book Club Schmook Club, as we eventually shutter our doors, if you do want to leave a review for us, we'd greatly appreciate that. All right, now on to bigger and better things.
Yes.
Let's talk about Afterlife with Archie and Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Yep.
Kristen, do you want to do them in a particular order? Afterlife with Archie came out first.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. So maybe go chronological with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will ask you before we even do either of them. Kristen, what is your history with Archie and the gang?
I used to read Archie and the Gang comics when I was a kid. But I don't have a huge history with them. I don't remember them. They weren't super important to me, but I remember I used to get Archie comics and Simpsons comics at the comic book store.
Cool.
In Connecticut.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. I don't have a whole deep history with them, but I watch Riverdale which is based on the Archie comics. It's going to start its second season, or when you listen to this on the podcast, it will have started its second season a couple days previous on Wednesday, October 11th. I watched that, and it's sweet. And then I had heard that there were horror Archie comics and wanted to get them. Actually, no, I didn't hear them. I stumbled across them. You and I and Ryan and Allie went to Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash in Red Bank to film something for your now deceased show for Hunt to Killer, The Haunted Hunt. Mm-hmm. And we were there, and I was wandering around, and I saw the Afterlife with Archie and Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and I thought it looked cool, so I bought that there.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, same question.
Yeah, I never read Archie comics. I never knew anything about Archie. I think I thought Archie was Happy Days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I could see that.
Like freckly redhead kid in kind of a 50s G. Willikers environment.
Yeah, that's not so weird.
I watched Sabrina.
That too.
The Melissa Joan Hart show.
Yeah.
And that's really about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all I ever knew.
Yeah. Okay.
But especially the fact, like, I'm into horror, so I was curious to see how horror would blend with what I thought was just a very bubblegum world of Archie. Mm-hmm. And so that's my entire background, beginning to end.
Great. Soup to nuts.
Yes.
All right, cool.
So why don't we dig into Afterlife with Archie?
Yep.
Kristen, as always, we will go spoiler-free to start.
Perfect.
Do you have a spoiler-free synopsis of Afterlife with Archie?
I do. Here we go. Pretty simple. Oh, wait, no, damn it. I don't say it like that.
Pretty simple, stupid.
Pretty simple, really.
Oh.
Jughead's beloved dog, Hot Dog, is hit by a car and killed, and Jughead goes to Sabrina, who's the teenage witch, to bring him back to life. Sabrina's aunts find out and doom her to the nether realms for 1 year for this, by the way. Natch. But when Hot Dog comes back, he's changed, and thus sparks a zombie outbreak in Riverdale. What's the gang gonna do?
Kristen.
Yeah.
Do you recommend Afterlife with Archie?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was fun. It's a quick read.
Yep.
Yeah, I totally recommend it.
Cool.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm way on the fence.
Yeah.
I neither liked nor hated it.
It was by far my least favorite of the two.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
But I still enjoyed it.
It just felt to me like I read some of the Walking Dead books. Mm-hmm. It's fine. It feels like it's the same as a million other stories I've read before.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
And that's how I feel about Afterlife with Archie. So at a certain point, I blazed through it, like in a weird way where it's like it was entertaining enough that I couldn't really put it down.
Yeah.
I was more just like, one more, because the way these books are structured, they're called trade paperbacks. They have collections of individual comic books, monthly comic books. So I would get to the end of one of the comic books and be like, all right, I'll finish tomorrow. Nah, I'll read another one right now.
Yeah.
I ended up reading the whole thing, which made me think like, oh, of course I loved this.
Yeah.
And then I thought about it and I was like, there's really nothing particularly standout or remarkable about it.
Yeah.
And I guess that's not a reason not to recommend something that it doesn't like break the mold or do something crazy and wild.
Right.
It's just like,
I guess when I think of recommendations, it's like if somebody asks me, should I read this? I'm like, yeah. Sure, I thought it was pretty good. Why not?
I guess my answer is like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then, but then I know the next thing I'd say is just like, you've probably read it before, like you've like not literally read it.
Classic zombie outbreak story.
Yeah.
There's no new ground being broken here whatsoever.
Not at all.
But I think it's the novelty of seeing the Archie gang doing it, and just like kind of fun art style and stuff. Like
for you, was there novelty in that?
Not really. I mean, in general, I think for people, that's like the thing about Afterlife with Archie is that if you're like familiar with the Archie friends, they'd be like, oh my God, Reggie hit Hot Dog or whatever.
Well, so maybe then that is like, if you know Archie top to bottom, soup to nuts, which I'll just be saying a bunch tonight, apparently.
I said it before.
I know you did.
You're just going to catch on to it. You liked it?
Yeah. Because I have that disease where I hear a phrase and I start using it.
There are worse diseases.
It's true. I probably have those too.
Yeah.
So, if you knew Archie and loved it and grew up reading it or something, maybe that feels different from just being like, because for me, it wasn't even that it played off of like how innocent the world of Archie is, which I think is what I was expecting. Archie is a very grown up universe, apparently.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a very sort of,
or at least Afterlife with Archie is. Although I think maybe Archie is too in general, because wasn't there something where like, like a bunch of years ago, like a kid committed suicide in Archie or something like that?
I did a little Googling.
Okay,
Why don't we save it for the spoiler side?
Okay.
We'll spoil all of Archie.
Okay.
Just in case there's anyone out there that's like, I love Archie and the plot matters to me, but I don't know if I should read this. We'll do this segment for them. But yeah, I'll say some stuff about what happens in the greater world of Archie.
Okay, very good.
In the other half of the show. But yeah, it definitely is a more somewhat progressive world than I thought. It doesn't seem like it's taking place in the 50s, which is what I thought. It seems like it's 2017.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And these are modern teenagers that now have this zombie story going on.
Yeah.
And that there's no novelty in that for me at all. Because I
just realized there's like a weird disconnect a little bit. Are they definitely in 2017? Because Sabrina is in the past.
Sabrina's in the past.
Yeah.
The Sabrina book takes place in the 60s.
You can just take them as two totally separate things in a way, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think they have computers and stuff.
Maybe you're right.
Afterlife with Archie.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It definitely.
Right.
It definitely
Smithers
is modern day.
has like tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's definitely modern day because there's a kid in the story who's obsessed with horror and references like Freddy Krueger and stuff. So it's somewhat modern world.
Yeah.
And so because there's no novelty of the setting, and because I don't have any nostalgia for these characters, because I never read these books before, what I felt like I was left with was just a sort of generic zombie story. Which was fine. It was pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
But then I guess the most damning thing about it, both of these books, is the fact that, like, man, I was disappointed when I got to the end.
Yeah.
I am used to the idea of a trade paperback, a collection of individual issues, as being somewhat of a completed story. Of, like, at least, like, obviously there are a million Batman trade paperbacks. And that story has been ongoing forever.
Yeah.
But when they collect these paperbacks, it'll be like, yeah, this is a particular story we told over the course of a year.
Right, that makes sense.
It has a beginning, middle, and end. These books, both of them, have, like, they both just feel like beginnings.
Yeah.
Because by the time they get to the end of the book, it's like both of them are going, okay, and now we've got to go do this other thing. That'll really evolve the story.
Right.
The end. And it feels like they want me to be like, oh, I got to get the next one.
Yeah, I think so.
And I just I'm not interested enough to get the next one.
Yeah.
So I might even flop back to not recommend.
Okay.
Just off of being like, these aren't complete stories. There's nothing, like, you're not going to get any satisfaction out of reading just
I mean, couldn't you say that about the individual comic book inside them as well? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like these bound books, trade paperbacks, are just like a bigger, fatter version of what individual comics do. Like, individual comics always end on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like a collated version of that experience in multiple ways.
Yes, and that's a good point, but that again is like the Batman thing. The way that Batman will work is it'll be like, Batman's got this crazy story where he's trying to rebuild Gotham and like turn it into like a 21st century Mecca.
Yeah.
And then the Joker shows up. And he's going to fight the Joker for 12 issues. Yeah. At the end of it, he's going to defeat the Joker.
Yeah.
And then they're going to go like, all right, now back to that rebuilding Gotham story. The end. And so there's technically a cliffhanger there. But if, like, an arc of a story. Yeah. In the comics, the way that I'm used to it is that, like, there's an underlying story that's always growing and changing and never ends. Because comics are kind of like a soap opera that way. Like, they just keep going for decades. Right. But these arcs happen, which are bubbles of story. They pop out, they have a beginning, a middle, and an end, they conclude, and then the main story continues. And that's what pulls you through the main story. But I don't feel like there was an arc in this. I feel like the story is zombie apocalypse happening in Riverdale. Right. And the way this book ends is like, all right, well now the zombie apocalypse has, it's happening.
Really happening.
Yeah. And it's like, well, that's not really an ending. It almost seemed arbitrary where this stops. Like, if there was another issue in here, it wouldn't have felt like a new thing was beginning. It would have this just continues. This just keeps going. Yeah. Does that make sense?
It does, but I just feel like that's like the nature of what this is, of like what comics are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's always going to have a stopping point that is not complete because you're going to get another comic book. It's like episodes in a season of TV.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want to keep saying the same thing, but I completely agree with you. I think they needed to hit more of a punctuated moment. There should have been something that happens definitively before everyone then goes like, okay, now we're going to go do this. The end.
Okay.
All right. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Spoiler-free plot synopsis?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me see. Sabrina just wants to be a normal teen who occasionally raises the dead. Is that so much to ask? Apparently, Sabrina is a biological half-witch who has to choose between being baptized in the witch's world or accept mortality. On one side, pep rallies and school plays. On the other, Satan's eternal guidance. Will she decide before the big dance?
That's a funny way to summarize it. All right. Kristen, do you recommend Chilling Adventures of Sabrina?
Yes, heartily.
Cool.
I think it's a great time.
Yeah. I do. I definitely do. I think that like these two books work really well reading them back to back as a story of contrasts. Afterlife with Archie is basically, hey, Walking Dead's real popular. What if we just also did that? Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is like this bizarre, like, well, we really love 60s paranoia stories and sort of like trippy horror where you don't really know what's going on. All this like eldritch monster nonsense going on.
What's that?
Eldritch is like timeless, incomprehensibly evil monsters. Like,
that like I'm genuinely curious, is that a category of monster? Is that a monster that you know of? Or is that a word that I don't know?
I guess it's just a word you don't know. It's a description of like endlessness. And incomprehensibility of.
Gotcha.
Eldritch. Yeah. I think it's an H.P. Lovecraft term. It's a descriptive word. And so I really liked that about this book. And this is also like, I don't feel qualified to talk about stuff like this, but like the art style of Afterlife with Archie is great. I really like it. It's really sort of like immediately engrossing and pleasant and poppy.
Yes.
Pop art kind of looking.
Yeah.
Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is like
so cool.
It is painted.
Yeah.
There's some really intricate character design that's going on. It's really beautiful. It's really crazy looking.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And that pulled me through. I ended up reading this one in one sitting as well.
Yeah.
I thought it was really going for something that was pretty different.
Yeah.
And that I feel like Afterlife with Archie is really like anybody could pick this up and know exactly what it is and just dive into it. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, I'm almost shocked that they decided to go this route.
I know.
Because
it's really weird.
I feel like modern teenagers would be like, I don't connect with this at all. Like I didn't watch 60s horror.
Well, it has like old references in it and stuff that you wouldn't know about. I mean, I think you could just like gloss right by them. But you know, like the high priest of their coven or something is like Aleister Crowley.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it would be fine. You just be like, oh, okay, this guy's name is Crowley or Crowley. But yeah, that's there.
I guess it's one of those things that it's like it's there.
Yeah.
And you could like kids could potentially grow up with this book and come back to it and be like, oh, whoa, I catch a bunch more references right now.
Yeah, totally.
Which is sweet, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely recommend Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I feel like good argument here. There's a cliffhanger in the Sabrina book.
Yeah.
That I feel is an appropriate cliffhanger. It's the sort of like sharp left hand turn.
Definitely a better cliffhanger.
There's something that's going to happen in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Volume 2.
Yeah.
And it is remarkably different from what is happening in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina 1. It feels like it is a cliffhanger, a sharp left-hand turn.
Yeah, totally.
The beginning of a new arc of storytelling.
Yeah.
It will be different next time. But yeah, okay. So we both recommend Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Kristen recommends Afterlife with Archie.
Yes.
I recommend you, I don't know, watch any zombie movie ever.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Warning, spoilers are coming. If you're worried about spoilers for the Archie horror books, get out of our faces.
Scram.
All right,
here we go. Holy shit, this is pretty dark. So Hot Dog bites and infects Jughead, who goes to the school dance and infects his date Ethel, and so on, and all hell breaks loose. The main gang escape the school and head to Veronica's place because she's rich as hell and her dad has it fortified to handle any situation, except some problems come up. A chick with just a scratch goes full-blown zob, and Archie has deactivated the security on some pipes so he could sneak in, but the zombies exploit that. Meanwhile, Archie leaves to try to go save anyone he can on the outside and ends up having to kill his dog and his dad. Good lord. Lots of dead loved ones in this thing. Then he goes to Betty for comfort, not Veronica, so she's jelly. I haven't read Archie comics in a long time, so I'd forgotten it's not like a secret rivalry for Archie. It's a totally above the surface thing that they talk about. So weird. They end up distracting the zombies with a fireworks display, and everyone in the house hauls ass out of there, since it wasn't safe anymore. But is anywhere safe? Fiend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, okay. Real quick, because I completely forgot about this plot point.
Yeah.
They distract zombies with fireworks.
Yes.
Do you know what that is a reference to or a lift from?
No.
That is a reference to George Romero's
I was trying to remember. They distract them with fire, right?
Land of the Dead.
Yeah.
Which is the fourth Night of the Living Dead movie, which is widely panned.
Yeah.
People do not like this movie. They distract zombies with fireworks that a character refers to as sky flowers.
Oh, God. Sky flowers.
And the Archie writers took that.
Yeah.
Like one of the most like stupid ideas ever. I'm fine with it, but it just makes me think
they
of
like
sky
shiny
flowers.
things. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like if you don't already have your brain tainted by sky flowers as a phrase, it's fine.
Yeah.
But I do have my brain tinted with it, and it just made me go, oh yeah.
Ugh, sky flowers.
That movie stinks. So within like 2 pages, Jughead goes to Sabrina's house carrying his dead dog.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
Yeah.
It hits in a way where it's like, this is something that's like very specific. And you cannot hold this against the book. But very quickly in Afterlife with Archie, we find out, so Jughead's dog has been hit and killed in a hit and run by a drunk driver.
Well, they're not drunk. You had said that, but no.
Really? I thought it was heavily implied.
No, he said he was like upset about something.
Yeah, but I thought, all right, well, weird. I thought I could have sworn that was why.
I was on the lookout, but he's just like, I was really messed up from when that thing happened.
Yeah.
But
So anyway, again, I should say, I picked up this book thinking that I was going to read some weird, like, we're going to go get some soda pop. Zombies!
Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Like, our dog got killed in a hit and run, and I had to carry it somewhere.
That's awful.
Like a block away. And I was like, that's not the book's fault. It's not the author's fault.
Sucks.
But it's just kind of like, I thought I was going to pick up this book and have fun.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, like I'm already not having fun with this.
Yeah. I
was like, I don't feel like this is like such a cornball concept. But like in horror movies, usually the like cheap cliche way that they let you know that the villain is the villain is they kill a dog.
Yeah.
They kill an animal, right?
Yeah.
It's like the cheap shot go-to thing that everybody agrees universally is a taboo.
Yeah.
And this book opens with it. It's like, it's seriously on like page 2 or 3. It's a full page spread of Jughead holding a dead dog. And I was like, this is like not a fun way to start a zombie story to me.
Yeah, no, it's a major bummer.
You know? Like when I think zombie, I really think kind of schlocky horror. Yeah. And they injected it immediately with something.
There are a few things that take away that schlocky horror thing where you're just like, oh, God.
I agree.
Yeah. Involving Archie's dog, too.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
That part's so sad.
By doing that, they're crossing, I think, a line from being like, we're going to be a fun, campy horror story, which Afterlife with Archie would naturally make you think it's going to be.
Yeah.
And using the immediate, quick reference of killing a dog is a vile act to then make you think like, oh, so are we in a human horror world? Like, are these going to be hard questions and hard fought battles and stuff? And it still is like a little column A, column B. There's still a lot of like wackiness going on.
Yeah.
With characters dropping horror movie references as if this is a Scream movie.
Yeah.
And then Archie's dog is going to try to stand up for Archie by fighting the zombie dog.
Yeah.
And lose his life.
Oh, I hate it.
And it's like, well, that is so, like, not part of the comic world upsetting that it takes me right out of it. And then, so not only was it, I guess I was apparently wrong about this. I thought that the guy that killed Hot Dog was a drunk driver. I guess not. He was just a hit and run guy. Our sister was killed by a drunk driver.
Yeah.
So there are these things that just make me go like, and again, they can't anticipate everyone's baggage going into a story.
Yeah, of course.
At the end of the day, this is a story where characters are going to die, kill each other.
Yeah.
You know, and like the whole zombie concept is sort of like, your loved one's turning on you. You might have to kill your own parent because now they're a zombie and the horror of having to do that. And that happens in the book. So like they can't have too much sensitivity to stuff, but for sure, being a totally subjective human being.
Yeah.
I was just like, these are not
Yeah, you
things.
can't like not bring your own experience to it, of course.
Yeah, these are not things that I ever would have anticipated.
Yeah.
And I just don't like them.
Yeah.
I just don't like them being in my fun
Yeah.
zombie story.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So Jughead, the thing I do think is almost cool is that Jughead has carried his dead dog to Sabrina's house. She's a teenage witch.
Yeah.
And he's asking her to perform some necromancy, bring a hot dog back from the dead.
Yeah.
She says she's not supposed to, but then she does it anyway.
Right.
And I guess because she's an inexperienced young witch, and because necromancy is a dark art that one should not dabble in, the dog comes back wrong.
Right.
I think they literally drop the line, sometimes dead is better, which is a Pet Cemetery line.
I don't remember, but that's awesome.
And Hot Dog comes back basically as a zombie dog immediately. Sabrina, as you said, gets banished to the netherworld.
Yeah, for a year.
Which I thought was
punishment.
really cool.
Yeah, totally.
Her aunts, Hilda and Zelda, which, The Legend of Zelda, they made a video game where there's a dark world, and the princess of that world is named Hilda.
Oh.
Which is a reference to Sabrina.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I thought Sabrina maybe might be more a part of this story.
Me too. I was really surprised that she was dispatched so quickly.
Yeah, I feel like she would have been, especially like there are weird things going on in both of these stories where it's like horror stories are usually somewhat morality plays where it's like you did something wrong. So this end result is coming. You are now the person that needs to fight this ultimate evil.
Right.
And Jughead immediately gets bitten and turned into a zombie. So he's not the hero of the story.
Yeah.
He's sort of just like the sap who accidentally starts this because he thought he was getting real help and started a zombie apocalypse.
Right.
Sabrina isn't really learning a lesson. She's being put away. She's being punished.
She's probably learning a lesson. We're not privy to it.
I guess.
Yeah.
But the fact that she is then MIA for the rest of the story felt like a missed opportunity. There's no one that creates this horror who then is responsible for putting the genie back in the lamp.
Right.
Which is weird to me. Like most zombie stories, they do it where it's like, yep, zombies are coming. We don't know why.
Right. And we do know why here.
Yeah.
And
which is atypical. And there's a person responsible.
Yeah.
But then that person's not in the story.
Yeah.
So Archie just becomes like Shaun of the Dead. He just becomes the hero.
Yeah. Which he is he is the White Knight in the Archie verse. That's basically his role. So that sounds about right to me.
So you were asking me if the Archie books do anything like grown-up-y.
Oh, yeah.
I read this, which is batshit insane to me.
Yeah.
I guess they did a series of Archie grown up. Rugrats all growed up with Archie. And there was some element of the story where they were playing with parallel realities.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
But what I read is that in both timelines, they did a story, The Death of Archie.
Yeah.
Archie
Rings a bell.
dives in front of a senator.
He stands up for somebody, right? Okay, yeah.
Who's being assassinated. A senator's going to be assassinated. It's Archie's friend.
Yeah.
Archie dives in front of the bullet and dies.
Okay.
The hell's that?
I don't know.
Maybe I just don't understand this world. Because, like,
I mean, I don't know the context for it, so I don't have any feelings on it, because I don't know.
They end up naming the high school Riverdale High.
Archie High School?
Archie Andrews High School. And Jughead works at a soda pop or something.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, I guess they did do adult stuff.
I remember hearing that.
So I guess maybe this is somewhat in keeping with a world that they had established.
I think so.
But even in this, like, I feel like there are moments where I guess there's maybe more adult stuff about teenagers, like trying to, like, teenagers having sex, scandalous stories like that are like, obviously they're not for children.
Yeah.
In this, there are a couple of things that I thought were like, this is like kind of clever, and I would not have anticipated this. Betty and Veronica are arguing over Archie.
Yeah.
And as he's trying to run away to go save people, he's like, listen, ladies, I will change my mind back and forth.
Yeah, I know. It was just like one sentence, but I was like,
for the next 70 years.
Yeah.
I will never make up my mind.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay. Goodbye.
Yeah.
And he leaves. I was like, that's like a weird, self-aware streak.
Well, I also thought it was just kind of like meta. Because that's been the thing forever.
Yeah, but like... Yeah, I agreed. It is.
Yeah.
But, like, he still said that to those characters.
Yeah.
Like, if in a future... do they just give up from here?
No, I only saw that as almost like a wink out. Like, I didn't feel like that was Archie being self-aware and like giving them like the honesty that they're like, you know what, you're right. I think that was like to us.
Fair enough.
Like, that's how I saw it, at least. Yeah.
What do you think about
I was like,
the like, tone of this? Do you like these kids? Do you like this? Because that's also like a thing to me. Is like before the horror starts, we get to see these kids going to a dance and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you like them?
I like them fine. I don't think I thought one way or the other really about them that much, because all this stuff happens. So then they're just in this like horror zombie context. So you don't even see enough of them for me to feel like I liked them or didn't like them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah.
They were better than I thought. That one nerdy kid who's like referring to Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees, I was like, wow, this is really specifically tailored. Where it just is Scream.
Yeah, totally.
To be calling out horror cliches.
I think it's just a total like horror movie homage comic book, basically. Yeah. And sometimes it's like super duper literal. Like it's exactly just a zombie thing, basically.
Yeah.
But I think that's the point of it, is that it's supposed to just be like a fun homage, and it's like your friends are doing it who you don't usually see in those situations.
Right. I get the impression that they did not anticipate that they would keep going with this. Because it was originally, I guess there was some edition of Archie where somebody did a novelty artwork with a zombie face, and then they were like, oh, what if we did a zombie Archie story? And then it really took off. So they're like, oh, all right, let's keep this going. Oh, it's even bigger. Let's make its own specific label, Archie Horror.
I think so.
I wonder if this would have been a contained story had it not gotten so popular.
This volume itself, like this book? I don't think so. Because I think you're right. That ending would completely suck if this was meant to be just a contained thing.
I wonder if they changed the ending. I wonder if they originally held down the fort.
Yeah.
They run to Betty's dad's house? Whichever one of them is rich.
Veronica's. I thought you were talking about something else. Yeah,
okay. And they like hold down fort there, and then they eventually get compromised. They have to leave, and that's the end.
Yeah.
But before this thing, like obviously was super popular, I wonder if the story was them taking their final stand. At Veronica's dad's house. The end.
Maybe. It could have been.
Yeah.
I could see that. Just a total complete, just kind of like Night of the Living Dead, like open close story.
Yeah.
That's just an homage.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to say about it?
I don't think so. I mean, I thought, I liked it, but there's not anything really that dig-inable about it.
It really, like, one of the things that I'm always interested in is, like, most zombie stories have their own twist on it.
Yeah.
And then Walking Dead just didn't. They just did George Romero's zombies, which, like, you get bit and you turn into a zombie. You're slow and
so a twist on what zombies are.
Because, like, 28 Days Later, it's like a rage virus thing. Even the remake of Dawn of the Dead, they can run. Like, small things. Nothing groundbreaking or crazy. But this is the same zombie that everyone, like, pictures in their head.
I prefer that, actually. I like classic zombie.
So do I, for sure. But it's weird to me that, like, a person invented that.
Yeah.
Like in 1968 or something.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And now it's just public domain. You can just use that.
Yeah, I know. That is weird.
No, it's very strange.
Completely.
Somebody invented
like the Happy Birthday song
only like 50 years ago.
Yeah.
And everyone just does a story about exactly
well, not 50 years
vampire.
ago. It was like a long time ago.
No, I'm using that as an example. Like, what if somebody just
yeah.
went like, all right, here's a thing. I just invented werewolves.
Yeah.
And then a million people just start writing werewolf stories.
I know.
No, I made that. What are you guys doing? Writing werewolf stories.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Good job, George Romero. Yeah.
Okay. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina?
Yes.
Do you have the spoiler-filled plot synopsis?
Yes,
Let everybody know what it's about.
Okay.
Read one of the cool names that's in it. There's a wonderful name in this book.
The bad guy's name?
No, her boyfriend's name.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So Sabrina is raised by her aunt since her dad, who was a high priest or some sort of muckety-muck, impregnated a mortal woman so that he could sacrifice their baby and then got himself cursed and stuck in a tree, like Josie Packer getting stuck in that doorknob in Twin Peaks. Sabrina's got a toe in both worlds, but her 16th birthday comes up and she has to decide. She decides to be baptized in the sweet fires of the Hellspawn. Her aunties are so proud. Unfortunately, her boyfriend, Harvey Kinkle, follows her into the woods where the ritual is being held, and when the coven sees him, they chase him and kill him. Sabrina is heartbroken. But her mysterious new teacher says she can help Sabrina bring Harvey back from the dead. They're going to need to perform a spell. A little backstory. Who is this teacher? Well, she's actually Madam Satan, who Betty and Veronica from nearby Riverdale accidentally summoned up from the pits of Galhalla while trying to do another spell. You see, Madam Satan was with Sabrina's father before he dumped her for Sabrina's mother, and she is pissed and not quite over her man. So she travels to Sabrina's town to fuck with her and carry out her own plan. What plan is that? It's to bring back Sabrina's dad from that tree that sucked him up and into the body of Harvey Kinkle. Yes, Madam Satan planned out this whole scenario. Now that Edward, is back, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is such a weird way.
I know.
For the story to end. Her boyfriend resurrected, but her father's soul is in his body.
Yeah.
That's really like gross and weird and mind trippy and yeah.
I know, it's sweet.
It is sweet.
Yeah.
He seems evil at the end, is what I felt. When her father in Harvey Kinkle's body
Her father's
appears.
totally evil.
But yeah, he wasn't really presented as being necessarily truly nefarious and evil at the beginning, I felt.
No, he totally was.
I thought he was obviously not a good dude. But
was
at the
he
end,
going to
it
kill
made
Sabrina?
It seem like within the beginning of the story?
Yeah.
Why?
Like, wasn't she like, he like needed to have a baby with a mortal for some purpose for the coven?
Yeah, but I thought the purpose for the coven was that he gets to have this baby. He gets to have this weird half-breed, half-witch, half-mortal baby, not anything nefarious. And then he pops out at the end looking all like Harvey Kinkle. I'm coming to get you, Sabrina. And I was like, why?
No, he was a bad guy.
Really?
Yeah, completely.
How did I miss that then?
Here.
I'm
You're holding the wrong book.
one.
Yeah. No, he's a total bad guy. He banishes Sabrina's mom to that insane asylum.
Oh, at no point did I think that he was
I know.
a good person or heroic in any way, shape, or form. But at the end, Harvey Kinkle, the body of Harvey Kinkle with her dad's soul inside it, calls Sabrina, pretending to be Harvey Kinkle, and says, "I'm back and I can't wait to see you."
Yeah.
Which is so over the top nefarious that he's like, "I know I look like your boyfriend."
Yeah.
Like he pops out of the ground somehow being like, "Okay, I'm back on Earth.
Yeah.
I look like my daughter's boyfriend.
Right.
I'm going to call her and mess with her now."
Yeah.
Like he knows all that instantly. He's not like coming out needing to learn what's gone on in the
Yeah,
years since
totally.
he's been dead or anything.
No, he knows. He has the power of sight. He was a very powerful warlock in his time.
Yes, that much is certain.
Absolutely.
What did you think the book was about at all? Did you have any idea?
No, I didn't have any idea.
Even for like the first half of the book?
Oh, like I thought you meant like before I started reading it.
I did, but now I'm asking.
Yeah.
Even for like half the book in where you're like, "Oh, I see what this is about."
I mean, yeah, I guess I don't think of things in those terms. I just like was reading it, and so I knew what it was about because I was reading it. I wasn't like looking for like the arc or the plot or anything like that. So yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never really was sure what was going on. They do things where they like catch you up on how Sabrina was like, not how she was born, but like 1 year old, what she was like, then when she was 10, then when she was 13, then when she's 16. It's like, oh, okay, so where's this gonna go? What is she gonna do or whatever?
I guess I just figured it was about Sabrina's life and her chilling adventures.
Okay.
I was just along for the ride.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I thought that there was gonna be something. Like Archie at least is like, yeah, this is a zombie story and we get right to it. Sabrina, it's such a slow burn.
Yeah.
Like the slowest burn ever to then being like, all right, her dad's first girlfriend is
Madam Satan. Which is an awesome name.
Oh, wow.
It's so sweet. Madam Satan.
Makes me think of Dr. Satan from House of a Thousand Corpses.
Ugh.
Rob Zombie.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's such a good, like, old comic booky name. Madam Satan.
Yeah. I agree. So
it sounds like it.
I enthusiastically agree.
Yeah.
So, I never really was sure what it was going to be about at all. Because even like they spend all this time talking about how she's growing up.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it becomes mostly about how there's this lady that dated her dad who's going to come back to life.
Yeah.
It's like, where was that? Like that came out of the blue.
I don't feel like they spent all this time talking about how she was growing up. I feel like it's like, like a few pages or something of like, her young. Like, I don't feel like it's all that much time. And then they kind of flash to another location. It's like Betty and Veronica trying to conjure something in Riverdale.
That's weird too. Betty and Veronica of Riverdale are practicing to be witches.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, I don't remember. Is it because they're playing the witches in Macbeth?
Like 3 issues later.
Is that why?
No.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Like 3 issues later, we find out that they take a course about nature. And it's not just about learning about trees and leaves.
Yeah,
it's not just Girl Scout stuff. And it's said that vaguely. So you're like, oh, I guess it's about learning how to be a witch.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. It's like Mrs. Grundy's nature course or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is funny.
Yeah.
That's like a funny thing to say, that like we take Mrs. Grundy's nature course.
Yeah.
And it's not just about learning about sticks and leaves.
Yeah, it's like Wiccan.
Like, it's about learning about being a witch. That's funny. But it's weird to like learn all about Sabrina and then jump to Betty and Veronica, who I only know as going to like flirt with Archie together. Yeah. And they're witches in this immediately. Yeah. Like, okay, they're witches.
I feel like that's just like the world we're in. I'm just like, okay, so Betty and Veronica are witches in The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. All right.
Yeah, I eventually got with it, but it was weird for the first second. And they say that they were trying to summon someone.
I don't remember.
They're trying to summon someone, and it didn't work.
Yeah, they summoned Madam Satan by accident.
Someone else, Madam Satan.
Yeah.
And then, like, this is the thing that I guess is more problematic to me, is like, it's like, they accidentally do something a town away, and it is the most important thing in Sabrina's life. Yeah. That it's like her dad's old girlfriend who has a grudge.
Bad luck.
Yeah, is now summoned. Yeah. But it had nothing to do with Sabrina doing anything. Like, that's weird. Again, like Sabrina creating zombies in Afterlife with Archie and then disappearing. It's weird that this story about Sabrina and growing up and facing these troubles and trials and stuff is happenstance. 2 girls she's never met accidentally summoned a different demon from the one they were trying to summon. Yeah. That's so many things removed. Yeah. It worked out. She's cool looking though, this demon lady. Yeah, totally. She has weird like artwork that like you could never film. You could never make a proper adaptation of her. Yeah. She has eyes or doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. They're skulls. Yeah, where eyes would be, there are skulls drawn. Yeah. She has lipstick on in the shape of lips, but she also seems to only have bones. Yeah, it's like drawn on over her teeth or something. Weird, but it seems like she simultaneously has only teeth and also has lips, like at the same time. Like, I don't know. Maybe her lips are translucent; you can see the teeth through them, or something weird. She's got this gaunt horror pinup like design to her, and I thought that was awesome. Yeah. But then even she is like, wow, she's so evil and she's going to get Sabrina. And she immediately kills kids. She goes to a summer camp, rips a girl's face off. Yeah, and is like, she needs a face. This face. Yeah. And it's tight over her bones. Yeah. So describing it like, that's awesome. Yeah. It's like, I'm coming to get you, Sabrina. Yeah. And then her plot is to go to Greendale and pretend to be Sabrina's teacher. Yeah. She kills Sabrina's teacher. Yeah, but it's like limitless power and evil, and you know what I mean? Yeah, but yeah, I do know what you mean. I guess I just go with it. I'm just like, okay, this is a corny horror story. Like, I don't know. Yeah. All right. And then her whole thing, like, you could say that about anything. She goes to the tree that Sabrina's dad turned into, locked which into. I don't understand. I don't either. I was fine with. Like, I miss horror stories when it used to just be things happening that you couldn't understand. The movie Poltergeist, just a million things, like a tree eats a kid and a guy rips his face off, but it didn't really happen. Right. In the sequel, the kid's braces try to eat his face, and it's like, well, I don't know. Like, I don't know who thought of this. Like, I don't even know what's going on. I love that, where it's incomprehensible. Yeah. A lot of stuff like that happens in here. But then there are moments where she's like, I'm going to go to this tree that he turned into. Yeah. I'm going to burn it to the ground. Yeah. I'm going to kill him. Yeah. And then she goes, you know what? No, I'm going to bring him back to life. Yeah, I know. It's like, so weird. What is this about? I really don't understand. Like, I don't understand if his like soul then got blasted into the ether for her to be able to just like then put back together into Harvey Kinkle's body or something. Yeah. But like, why'd she change her mind? Yeah, see, it seemed like she was mad at him, and that's why she exploded the tree, and then she missed him. And you have no idea. You can't explain it. There was a mistake that she said that she had to walk into the forest barefoot for something because she needed like contact with the ground. And then one of the drawings, she was wearing her heels. Oh, that's weird. That's so weird. That was
Yeah.
explicitly stated in text.
Yeah, I
mean, I believe you.
yeah, I
That's crazy though.
did screenshot things. Let me see.
But yeah, so did that bother you reading it? Not the shoe thing. The weird motivation toward the dad.
I thought I was like, what?
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that feeling where it's like, because what stops you from just going with that? She just changed her mind.
I basically did. I was like, wait, isn't she mad at him? Oh, well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So not really. Right. I guess I shouldn't say it bothered me. I noticed it. And I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I should also say I noticed all these things. They didn't shut me down. But they're the things, they're some of the small things along the way.
Yeah.
It's some of the detail stuff that I look for in stories.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I do want motivation out of people. I do want to know where we're going, what we're doing. Like, why are you telling me this story? Like, what is the writer's motivation? A lot of stories, like, pull you through it. The Shining is a movie where you just have to go with it.
Yeah.
But at the same point, you know that it's about this guy taking his family to live in an old hotel over the winter, and they're the only people there.
Right.
That's all the motivation I'm asking for.
So do you feel like you might have needed a more detailed, like, back of the book, this is what this thing is about kind of situation?
I tend not to read those things.
Because you wouldn't know that, exactly from The Shining if you didn't know the overview of it. You know what I mean? Like,
The Shining opens with his job interview saying, you're going to be here on your own. People have been known to get stir crazy. Is that okay with you? Yeah, my family's going to be fine. Yeah. That's a mission statement.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a thesis statement of where we're going to go, what we're going to do. And I feel like Afterlife with Archie has that. Here's what we're going to do. This is about zombies immediately. Here we go. Chilling Adventure of Sabrina just kind of is happening. Yeah. And that's fine, but that's not a vibe that I'm able to get into very easily. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So some of the things that I thought were really cool and surprising. So Sabrina's going out with Harvey Kinkle. Yeah. She does do stuff that seems to break the rules, where she like she makes a love potion to get him to like her a little bit. Yeah. Which is kind of cool. 'Cause she's obviously not supposed to do that. Yeah. Her aunts eat people. Yes. They live in a house across the street from a cemetery. Yeah. I guess they operate it like a morgue. Are they morticians? I don't know. I don't know. They seem to get bodies from the morgue somehow. Yeah. I don't think that they're morticians. For sure they're eating people. They're 100% eating people. I think they're just stealing bodies or something like that. Okay. Yeah. Maybe. I think. She has I don't think they have day jobs. A kind of a lame cousin who has pet snakes. Yeah, totally. I don't care for that. Yeah, that guy is really lame. He's lame. He talks like Ringo. They say like right off the bat. Yeah. Yeah, because he's like a cousin from England who's come to visit because he got expelled for like setting a teacher's hair on fire or something like that. He like uses magic somehow. So I'm gonna come live with you. Yeah. Can you do or you, Ringo? Don't pet me, snakes. Wait, that's more Shrek. Maybe. I'm not great at it. His snake's a little annoying thing. Yeah. They're nowhere near as cool as Sabrina's cat. No. Salem, who can talk. No, totally. And was turned into a cat because he tried to bring about the Book of Revelations. Yes. Tried to bring about the apocalypse. So they... So he was an existing witch who became a cat. Yes. As opposed to Madame Satan, who's familiar, is a guy that she got these two guys to fight over her in a bar just for like her enjoyment or something. And then when one of them died, turned him into her familiar, and he like has total allegiance to her because I guess she's hot. Well, no, I think it's because there is some element of witchcraft going on. She turns him into a crow. Well, yeah, but so he's obligated to serve her. He's like a slave. But it's weird if he has any like semblance of personality left from his previous life or anything. Right. Yeah. He's just like totally in. Yeah, I guess like he's immediately like elements of like. Not a love potion, but like elements of like a fellowship potion where it's like you're now bound to me. Yeah, totally. So he still is going like, well, I'll be damned. Yeah. There is a pentagram over here. Yeah. Still has like a human personality, and he's like, all right, here I come, missus. Yeah, exactly. Zazu. Yeah. Turns into Zazu from the Lion King. Oh. Basically. Bird. Zazu. I think all the Disney movies are actually satanic stories about people that turn into animals and stuff. There's a satanic underpinning under all that stuff. Tell me Pumbaa didn't do something wrong. To be trapped with Timon forever? Come on. Yeah. Yeah, but so they go to this ritual. Sabrina has to do this thing when she's 16. She has to sign her name.
Yeah, in the devil's book.
Yeah, which is from, I guess, from some form of mythology that I'm not aware of, from Satanism or something.
Yeah.
But I'm familiar with it from the movie The Witch, which I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They basically have Black Phillip in the book, this big fat goat from The Witch, which I thought was rad.
Yep.
Sabrina's going to go sign her name in the devil's ledger. They summon the devil. The devil is in the book.
Yeah.
And then Harvey Kinkle shows up.
Yep. And when Harvey Kinkle shows up, the devil who has like a goat's head is just sitting with his legs crossed like, huh.
Yeah. Because I imagine him, he's just kind of being like he's got all these worshipers, right? He's got the witches and the warlocks who are like, you've befouled our sacred place.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But the devil's just kind of like, well, this is going to be chaotic.
Yeah, exactly. How interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The witches run after Harvey Kinkle. He's now running through the woods and just being like, oh boy, but like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I remember being chased by bullies when I was a kid through the woods. Like, okay, maybe it'll be okay. Maybe it'll be okay. Yeah. And I was like, all right, well, so Sabrina's going to do something to save him, or Hilda and Zelda will.
Nope.
And they kill him.
I know. I was like, what?
I was genuinely surprised.
Yeah, me
I was
too.
shocked that they killed Sabrina's boyfriend, Harvey Kinkle.
Me too.
Who saw that coming?
Not me.
I thought it was
not Harvey.
A bold turn to take.
Totally.
I never would have predicted it. And from that moment, I was like, all right, you got me, book. You got me.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty late in the book.
I would say that's tough because it's like the end. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd been feeling kind of like Archie where I'm like, yeah, there's some like cool stuff in here, but like it's not really like blowing my hair back. But then when I felt like they had like guts to do something so unexpected and dark, like that has ramifications that are going to change the whole story. Like if Jughead were part of Afterlife with Archie, if you were upset the whole time about Hot Dog and being like, what did I do? What did I do? Like, I had Sabrina to bring him back. Like, this is all my fault. Yeah. I started all this. And if Archie's being like, it's okay, buddy, we're going to figure it out. Oh, totally. And then halfway through, Jughead gets eaten and turned into a zombie. Yeah. That would have been. Yeah. That would have had me. That would have changed the story for me. The fact that there was some emotional attachment that I have to a character who's now going through something. In Afterlife with Archie, everybody's just falling left, right, and center. It doesn't matter. Yeah. I never really I know Jughead as a character. I know he eats hamburgers and he wears a crown. Yeah. That's all I know. And he's dead by the third page, something like that. Yeah. Don't care. Harvey Kinkle, I've never heard about him in my life. I don't know if he is a real character.
He was in the show Sabrina.
He was?
Yeah.
Okay. Then, like, I was not aware of that. I didn't remember that. But not that I was so attached to Harvey Kinkle, the character. I was
but he's like there for a lot of it.
Attachment to him. I was bought into her investment in him. Yeah. And so to kill him is such a surprise. Yeah. That then I felt like the whole book is now like no longer on a firm ground where I feel like it's all going to end up being okay at the end. Yeah. The story has stakes. Yeah. And that makes such a huge difference from between these two books. One feels like it's about something and things are changing and happening. The other just feels like we're going to do this thing that you're familiar with. Yeah. Yeah. So I thought that was really cool. Yeah. They literally go through the process of like, now they have to cover up that he was killed by witches. So Sabrina's talking to Harvey Kinkle's parents on the phone being like, oh, I don't know where he is. Yeah. So I think he'll come home. And she's tortured that she has to lie. Yeah. But she feels like she
big comic book circles under her eyes.
She has to keep up the lie. And then the story changes again. Now, Madam Satan, who has wanted to kill Sabrina this whole time. Right. And been going through these like...
Well, we didn't really know what her deal was. Like, we didn't know that she wanted to kill Sabrina. We just knew that she was up to no good.
Yes. Yeah. Well, now she is going to try to convert Sabrina to the dark side. And say, you know what? We can bring him back. I can help you bring him back. Yeah. Which most... Like, if this were a real life story... Yeah. Not that a witch story can never be a real life story. You think Sabrina would be like... You're a witch?
Yeah, totally.
That would be like a major revelation. To be like this lady who was my teacher is a witch. Yeah. But okay, fine. World of witches, whatever. But now they're going to secretly work together and with Betty and Veronica to start their own coven and to bring back Harvey Kinkle.
I'm trying... Are Betty and Veronica... Oh, yeah, they are. That's right. Yeah. Involved in the ritual to bring him back. Yeah. Yeah, they have funny dancing scenes.
And again, there was a little element of being like, what is Madam Satan at all? Like, she's such a wishy-washy character. It feels like she just changes depending really like not on her own motivations, but on what the writers want to tell a story about.
Well, I figured, I mean, she's doing whatever she needs to do to enact whatever her plan was that we didn't know yet. So,
but I get the vibe from this that her plan is constantly changing. It seemed like it was revenge against Sabrina.
Yeah.
And now she's trying to help her, albeit it's some sort of like torture your soul. I'm not really going to bring back Harvey Kinkle.
Yeah, right. I didn't think that she was actually trying to help Sabrina at any point. Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
But it's weird that she's going to like now work with her and reveal that she's a witch too and let those cards be dealt.
Yeah, but I guess it's in service of whatever her plan is. You know, it's just like whatever she's up to, she's being sneaky, and that's not good.
The same thing where she's like, I'm going to kill you, Edward. You know what? No, I'm I'm not. And you're like, all right, well, I don't know what you're up to.
It's weird because that's not even explicitly said. It's just like, that's just like a scene of her being like mad at him and exploding the tree. And then you don't think about it until you find out that Harvey is actually Edward.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, okay, she brought Edward back. I guess she changed her mind.
That's weird.
Madam Satan's fickle. I mean, we know she's dramatic. The way that Madam Satan died was that she magicked herself into Edward told her that she was dumping him at the zoo, and then she magicked herself into like the lion's cage for them to rip her apart. So she's prone to fancy.
That is ridiculous.
She's dramatic.
Yeah, she is dramatic.
She's a dramatic woman.
And then she feels
fickle.
But then that's like another weird thing where it's like she then lived in the pits of hell.
Yeah.
Because she committed suicide by beast. And she feels like she needs to take revenge on Edward for it. Because she's like, finally, I'm out of hell. It's like, well, you put yourself there.
Yeah. But she wouldn't have gone there if Edward wasn't leaving her for that mortal woman.
Yeah. I get why she would still hate Edward. I'm not saying that her opinion of him should not be like he's loathsome, blah, blah, blah. But it felt like she was angry at him because she went to hell. But it's like, he didn't kill her, like, or something.
Yeah, but she wouldn't have killed her. She's one of those dramatic people who it's like, it's not her fault. She was pushed to that.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, and then, anyway, the resurrection of Harvey Kinkle.
Yeah.
I thought, here's something that I thought was rad.
Yeah.
Harvey Kinkle's parents sitting around the dinner table. The mom is still setting a seat at the dinner table with a plate and everything, as if he's ever going to come home. And the dad is being like, you've got to stop doing this, honey. He's not coming back.
Yeah.
And then there's a knock at the door, and Harvey's like, Mom, Dad, could you let me in? And she's like,
I'm here and I'm fine.
And the dad's going like, do not open that door.
Yeah.
Don't open that door. And it's such an abrupt, like, why does he have any reason to think that that's a demon on the other side?
Totally.
He's right.
Yeah.
But, like, why would he ever think that?
Yeah.
But I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
so I
totally.
Don't care
yeah.
that it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's the way I feel about a lot of these things. We're just like, well, this is sweet. It doesn't make sense, but whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. I get that about plenty of stuff, but like some things are just not sweet enough in these stories for me to be like, yeah, rad, I'll go along for the ride. They're more just like, eh.
Yeah.
But yeah, Harvey Kinkle, arch villain.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Question to wrap up this whole thing.
Yes.
All right. They both end on cliffhangers.
Yeah.
Are you going to pick up the subsequent volumes of Afterlife with Archie or Chilling Adventures of Sabrina?
I will have Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
You're done with Afterlife with Archie?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't care. Like, they're out there now.
No.
They left the big fancy house.
Yeah, I don't particularly care.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the ride while I was on it, but I don't need to go on it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, I'm all in.
Yeah, that's the only one that I'm curious about to be like, what does this mean now?
Yeah.
And that's what I mean, where it's like, when
you can
ask
borrow
me,
my
like,
book.
How would he even know that this would be a sharp left-hand turn? How could the ending of Chilling Adventures of Sabrina not be a...
Well, no, I knew it was a sharp left-hand turn, but I don't even remember what you said.
I'd been saying, like, of course there's a cliffhanger, but I need something like conclusive to happen, and then the cliffhanger can continue to do its own thing. And I was saying that Chilling Adventures of Sabrina obviously ends in a way that's like, things are different now.
Oh, right.
And you would ask me, how would I even know that?
Yeah.
How would I know that different from how I feel about the end of Archie? Like, do you know what I mean?
No.
Like, do you feel like anything is different at the end of Adventures with Archie or Afterlife with Archie that makes you go like, okay, well, next time, like, there's a different status quo.
Yeah, not big time.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
But it might not be a whole different status quo. Like, Harvey is obviously different.
Yeah,
and
not a 100% change.
Right.
I'm not saying it has to be a different story now.
Right. Not even 100%, but like, there is a big thing that got shook up. So we don't know.
Yes.
I mean, we don't know what I guess I thought you were saying that like the world is going to be different. This is like a shakeup of what the whole thing is going to be like. And
no, it's a new challenge. It's
right.
a new.
Oh yeah.
There's a new story.
Oh well, yeah, totally.
Yeah, there's a new goal.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, totally.
It feels like Afterlife with Archie when it picks up. It'll be.
Yeah, they're just going to be
continuing the
running
same goal.
away from the lodges or whatever. It's not much of a climax.
Yeah.
It is totally just kind of like, all right, when's the next thing?
Cool. Next week, extracurricular, talking about whatever we want.
Yep. We have 2 more episodes
Yes.
of the show that are like book episodes.
2 weeks.
Yep.
Kristen, we're going into the Black Hills.
That's right. Of Burkittsville, Maryland.
Blair Witch time.
Yes.
After the Blair Witch one, a dossier was written that fleshed out the story, the mythology, what really happened to Heather, Mike, and Josh as they got trapped in the woods. Then they made Book of Shadows Blair Witch 2, and everyone hated it. But
So
the
bad we
same
just watched this
dossier
weekend.
writer was tasked with writing another dossier, as if that story is anywhere
So
near compelling,
unnecessary. What do you need to
fleshing out the
flesh
world,
out about
what the
that?
characters were like and what happened to them, and yeah. We're going to be reading both of those books back to back in a single episode 2 weeks from now.
So read along if you like,
Yeah.
or you could just listen to us talk about it.
All right, we'll see you guys on the internet at Chill and Kristen.
Yep.
On Instagram, Twitter, at Haunted Sponge on Instagram and Twitter. Follow at TalkBomb for stuff. But until we next meet, good talk, gang.
Meeting adjourned.
Now watch this, live listeners. Hello? Oh, you're here? With a grilled cheese. Okay, great. I'll be right there. All right, bye.
Did he say no?
He said no. Why don't you fill everybody in on what's going on, and I'll get the grilled cheesies.
All right, I'll fill you guys in on the hot gossip here at Will and Allie's house. They ordered grilled cheese. That's the fill-in. Although I wonder what the fill-ins are. I know it's from a place called like Let's Cheesin' or something like that. Probably just Cheesin'. It's probably not Let's Cheesin'. That's in New Brunswick. And I guess they have crazy grilled cheeses, and Will and Allie ordered some. We just knew that they were going to come as soon as we started recording, and we were right. I opted out of grilled cheese, even though they invited me to get some, because I had made, what's it called? Microwave nachos when I got home from work. I was really hungry. I had to take crumbs out and then bring them over here. What's going to be ready in a snap? Microwave nachos for me to put salsa verde on. And it was enough. I'm going to be jealous when I see their grilled cheeses, but it's fine. I'm panicking. Wait, I hear William coming. I guess I could talk about Harvey Weinstein again and get fired up. Oh, there. Mom said grilled cheese is too good. Mom, you're totally right. Charles says my wife makes super grilled cheeses. The phones are lighting up. Charles, you're absolutely right. All right, phew. That's a relief. Will's back.
Just took a couple big bites of a grilled cheese.
What did you get? What kind did you get?
Barbecue chicken grilled cheese.
Yum.
It's like a gourmet cheese.
Is it called Let's Cheesin'? That's what I said it was called.
It's called cheesin'.
So not Let's Cheesin'?
Not Let's Cheesin', but it's called cheesin', which is weird.
Yeah.
And yeah, Allie and I decided to try it, and got delivered while we were on the show. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey everyone, thanks again for listening to the show. If you enjoyed this episode, you should consider going to our website, www.talkbomb.com, where we have archived every show we've ever done. You can also visit our bonus show store, where we sell exclusive episodes of our podcasts for 50 cents a piece, not to mention our merchandise. If you enjoyed Talk Bomb, the best thing you can do is help us spread the word. Tweet, share, review. We would greatly appreciate anything you can do to spread the word. Please also consider following us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, where we're at TalkBomb. Following us online is the best way to keep up to date with our productions. More than anything, we just hope you enjoyed the show. So thanks again for listening, and we'll see you at TalkBomb.com.